fast forward in the ADD Kenya we share me my more about Embra Chinese or her AGH Politics Avenue. Unia, am I some any DB Exumo, Yumbo Ingram CCA, National Swam say first time near ya now, I subscribe at the Amami. Now, Black Rasta, a Bebrem, a bra of Felix of Fosukwachi, EPMU Award, a year TV3 key point, or chair say, a year Chairmacn to me, CocoaBod Skebi Afani Sasi, a year 50 million Ghana Cedi, Unia, and Yesika Kutua Kra. Na Black Rasta aswa semima otu munchina ehu ebe hia se ye be hu de ko ene de ba enso Black Rasta asweye ene de mnya ho black sim mr say yembo ngra ye Black Rasta asweye abra wajembra o make a whole lot of additional exposés me that say wajemre e wo house yenko eye insemnim.
Chairman Wontumi, a couple of days ago, the minister in charge of government communications. His name is Felix Ofosukwachi, the diminutive Felix Ofosukwachi, told us something that blew our minds. Hey! Now this guy here, you know what he said? He told us, as he spoke to my sister station, TV3, he spoke to my very good brother, Alfredo Kanse. And he said in that interview how Chairman Wontumi blew 50 million Ghana cedis in his days as chairman of the NPP for the Ashanti region. Let's take a listen to what he said, and when we return, we will tell you how he got that money and how he blew it. Watch this.
In the case of lawyer Pierre Kubi's client, Wontumi, he would tell you his assets have been frozen.
How much of his assets?
Indeed, I regret to have to. Sorry about it, but
no, the matter is still subjudice. The matter is still subjudice.
Fine.
No, you are allowed to mention those aspects.
So he has. Look, we discovered for instance. No, it's not about.
Please go ahead.
I'm not. Let me also make it clear. I'm not pronouncing.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not pronouncing on the substantive piece. I'm only telling you the facts. I'm telling you the action that the state has taken. So, for instance, on the 8th of January, 2025. It was found that about 50 million Ghana cedis had been paid him from CocoaBod.
Yeah.
CocoaBod for some work that he said to have done. He moved 30 million of that to purchase some securities. In other words, bonds. I think treasury bills. And then about 23 million to purchase or set up an insurance company.
Hey, man.
When was this?
Oh, this was in January, February.
Last year.
Yes. So all these assets have been frozen as I speak. Indeed, again, look, even his mobile money account has been frozen.
Chairman won't
yes.
mobile money account.
Even his mobile money account has been frozen. Unless he sets up another one or use another conduit, he cannot use mobile money, receive or send. So that is the extent to which the state has gone to ring fence these assets, pending the determination of the case. How can anybody see this and say oil has died? The other issue too is that it is important to do thorough investigations. The reason being that it costs money to prosecute people. There may be cases where you suspect strongly that wrongdoing has occurred, but you may not find the evidence. Yeah. In that case, you don't go at all. You suspect strongly that there must be some wrongdoing, but either the evidence has been so well concealed, or that the information available is sketchy and scanty, so you can't go to court with it. In that case, even if you have that suspicion, you cannot go because it costs money, it costs time to prosecute people. It is state resources that are used to do the prosecution. So if you are not absolutely certain, you cannot go there and waste anybody's time. So it is not fair to say that oil has not died.
Felix Ofosukwachi is the minister in charge of government communications, right in the seat of the presidency. My brother, did you hear what he said? Chairman Wontumi blew over 50 million. According to him, about 30 million was taken out and he used that to buy treasury bills. And then over 20 million he used to set up an insurance company. And the rest of the money, oh my God, can I tell you something? Run the dossier. Come here. Hey, Now, according to Felix Kwachu, the Minister for Government Communications, as of March 2026, Bernard M. Chairman Wontumi, expended 50.87 million payment from CocoaBod in the following ways. He spent 30 million Ghana cedis on treasury bills. Some reports say that it was even more than that. He spent about 39 million Ghana cedis to purchase 1-year government securities or treasury bills. And then 20 million, some say it's more than that, 23 million, was allegedly used to set up an insurance company identified as Paradise Insurance Company. Paradise. Have you heard of Paradise Insurance Company before? Have you gone to do business with them before? And he withdrew as much as 11 million. This was a guy who used their incumbency as a political party to steal, allegedly, from the people of Ghana. And you see his face like that. It's so annoying. No serious education. My brother, no investment. The only investment is being loud. People who have gone to school, worked so hard, paid school fees, they would have to come to this guy and beg him for a certain kind of opportunity because our country has no respect for hard work. It's just propaganda and noise. How did Chairman Wontumi get this money? He went to CocoaBod, where my own boss, my teacher at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Mr. Boahini Edu, helped him to collapse the nation. He took a contract, forged signatures, as we were told by the Attorney General. He forged signatures, and he got money paid into his account. He didn't end there. He went to other institutions using incumbency to take the money. And look at the time the money was paid into his account. A few days before they left power. As if it was a retirement bonus. This is Boahini Edu. He's one of the most useless ministers we have had in this country. He taught me, yes. One of the most useless, and I'm so ashamed of him. So very ashamed of this guy. You see him very quiet. He walks okay, cool, and nice. Recently, I heard that he returned some of the CocoaBod cars. He was not ready to have them. He had the option to buy them after office. He decided that he didn't need them, so he gave them back. Why did it take so long to return them? That's the question everybody's asking. My brother, my sister, this guy helped Chairman Wontumi dupe the nation. As we are being told by the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, I am glad that Wontumi is facing justice. On the 26th of this month, Wontumi would see his smoothness level. Judgment will be pronounced as we are told. And all Ghanaians, I believe, are getting ready to wear their garments of celebration. It's sad that we allow empty heads by virtue of the fact that they are loud. We give them positions and they mess us up. 50 million. Have you heard of that money before? With all my education and the school fees that I paid, I have never smelled half that money all my life. And it's not about me. It's about the nation. Did he do the work? That's the question. The work that CocoaBod said he did he do it? According to the Attorney General's office. Nothing like that was done. So, if this is anything to go by, we are dealing with an armed robber using a pen and political power Any which way. 26 is coming. We'll all go to the court and Ghana will be the winner. My brother, my sister, and you can trust all the judges who are in place to do their work. At this point, I want to greet Justice Apangabuno Achibunga, wherever you are. Justice Francis Apangabuno Achibunga. Love and respect. Good afternoon to you. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. How Chairman Wontumi blew stolen 50 million Ghana cedis from CocoaBod. Now we all know who Chairman Wontumi is, true? The arrogant guy who, as the chairman of the NPP for the Ashanti region, at a point felt that he was Otumfuo. He felt he had his own empire, and he announced that he had built his own empire in the Ashanti region. Otumfuo became very shaky and decided to send his linguists after him. He pretended he was ill. However that thing ended, they asked him to come and pay. Some schnapps and, some innocent animals were slaughtered for his arrogance. In our country, we can misbehave as much as we want. And they ask us to bring innocent animals to be slaughtered. Apeteshi, to feed our drunken gods. My brother, my sister. And we keep misbehaving time after time. After all, if it's all about innocent animals, we can always buy them. If it's about apeteshi for our drunken gods, no problem. This is Chairman Wontumi. He was born Bernard and Chibosiakon. He used to live in England, and somebody told him, you know what? Come to Ghana. In fact, politics is big money now. And the way you can talk, go back to Ghana. He came back to Ghana and went straight into politics. In our politics, we don't pay you to think, we pay you to talk. So we have empty barrels all over the place. This is a big empty barrel. No common sense. It's just buffoonery. Let me use a smaller word. Balloonery. That is this guy, Chairman Wontumi. The other day I tried to confront him, to tell him, hey, Chairman, some of the things that you are doing, I think that you need to apply a bit of common sense. He got angry with me and called me a drunkard. He called me a drunkard, a Rastaman. And he told me that I was always high on something. He couldn't say what it was, but we all know what he was trying to refer to. Because as a Rasta, there's only one high for all of us, isn't it? My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Stark illiterate. Most of his ideas are born in total illiteracy and ignorance. He was the one who sat on Paul Adum Ochery's show and told Paul Adum Ochery, hey, the white man came here and then he gave us forest reserves. You know why he did that? And Adum Ochery was wondering what philosophy this guy was trying to perpetrate. Because he found gold and other minerals in there. He didn't want the black people to go there. That was why he decided to start that thing called forest reserves. He just fell short of saying that he did not have any regard for any forest reserve. That was why he went to Nimri Forest. Nimri Forest Reserve desecrated the whole forest, my brother, my sister, and stole the gold from the area, which he showed to Paul Adum Ochery on his show. At a point, he even said he was going to buy Chelsea. When his party, the dirty NPP, had led all of us like sheep to the slaughter in an economic crunch that befuddled everybody right here in Ghana, and we will never forget that. Neither would we forgive them for that. This is Chairman Wontumi. Very arrogant. Hey, there was a time this guy here was almost like the seat of power's president. Anything he said, they would follow that. Everybody in his party feared him except one man. Who was that one man? Professor Frimpong Boateng. This guy. Now, this guy called Professor Frimpong Boateng was put in there as the head of a certain committee against illegal mining, Galamsey and all that. And he came out with a report that there were 2 people who were the biggest demons of our country's forest reserves and desecration of our land. One, Sir John, who is roasting in the hottest part of hell right now, being sodomized by Satan. And he was from Wontumi. He died and was buried in a certain family grave there in that village called Wontumi. When he died, it was in the days of the COVID. People with no common sense attended the funeral without following COVID protocols. And I believe many hundreds more died because of the foolishness. My brother, my sister, this is the guy, Sir John. One of the greatest disasters we had as Ghanaians as related to our forests. And when he died, they flew him in an helicopter all the way to Wontumi. And tens of thousands of people without face masks, nothing, no COVID protocols followed, went to his graveyard and sang his praises. My brother, my sister. And when his will finally came out, we saw how much he had stolen from the people of Ghana. The government was so embarrassed, it put an embargo on that will, that it was an illegal will. Can you believe that? I've never seen this in the history of this country and even beyond. A man dies, he brings out a will. The nation looks at the will and says, hey, did he steal this much? No, they put an embargo on it. He's in hell. Satan is sodomizing him. This guy. Chairman Wontumi is the next guy. Getting ready to go to hell to continue the sodomization. This guy. Very wicked, dirty guy. This guy. They steal from the republic as if it's their entitlement. They don't care about the multitudes who are suffering. It's all about them. Your dirty party, the NPP, dragged us all the way into a certain perpetuity of economic crunch. Can I say that again? Can I say it again? They dragged us into a certain perpetuity of an economic crunch. And this guy still had the guts, the effrontery to tell us he had so much money he wanted to go, not to buy Real Tamale United, my village team, or Francoba United, but to buy Chelsea. An insult to us as Ghanaians when they were busily giving us haircuts, unprofessional haircuts. Some got Sakura. Up till now, they've been bald-headed. No hair has been able to grow from those haircuts they gave to us. You remember those haircuts, right? The DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program. Oh my God, never again, NPP. Never again. These blockheads, never again. They didn't care, my brother. We are not just throwing around words. You know what? Where the life is so fast, maybe the police would have taken this quietly and taken the fake dollars too and asked these people to go away from the area. And then they would take the money. That's all they would say. They would go and share the money and Ghana will suffer. And the fake money, if we are lucky, they might set that ablaze. Or, if we are not, the police itself can start using this money. We have seen that before. I want to thank the IGP. I want to thank the Ghana police. It looks like, with the coming of Mahama, we have seen the police show more professionalism. Please,
we a nsɛm ahorow tim kɔ so channel no so da sane so ba de ne adum bi edumeni onia enhyiam na yensan ensomo